Okay, welcome back to 2S, the Horror Quarters podcast. Welcome me back, Vito and Spawn. What's up?
Okay, all right, we're ready. We're ready to get it.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Pray for us.
Pray. All right, here we go. Jumping right in. We're going to do the Predator franchise.
Yes.
And I'm going to throw it to
all-time
you guys.
favorites.
You guys are going to get it cracking here. And let's start with Predator, 1987, directed by John McTiernan, who directed Die Hard and,
Yes.
of course, Die Hard 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just nothing but heat.
Okay.
So this one's like the biggest layup. It's in my all-time top 10 movies of all time. It's just 100% 80s masculinity, just 100% 80s just war movies. This is everything that I wanted. It's one of the greatest movie villains, movie monsters of all times. The what did they the proper way to call it now? The Yausha, the Predator.
Yes.
I mean, 1987, when I saw this movie, I saw the trailer. I didn't know what to think. The only thing that captivated me about the Predator was, one, Arnold, and then two, you guys know I'm a giant WWF fan. So Jesse the Body Ventura was in it, and those were the two main things that I was hyped up to see going into Predator. I had no clue what the monster looked like. I saw all the war stuff, so I was actually floored at how much I liked the whole crew. It wasn't just Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It felt like it was like a ensemble. Yes. So Bill Duke, you know what I mean? Jesse Ventura, the guy that plays
Sonny.
What's his name?
Who was in Poltergeist, too, by the way.
Oh,
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was digging the pool up, and he was checking out the older daughter.
Okay.
Ah.
So Billy from 48 Hours. You had Carl Weathers. You know what I'm saying?
Favorite.
And so the thing with this dialogue that Shane Black, was it Shane Black that wrote it, the script? Or
Correct.
No, it wasn't. It was it was two other screenwriters. The name escapes me right
I
now.
thought Shane Black wrote it though.
No, he didn't. But I wonder if he had something to do with the little quips. But no, he didn't. He wasn't the screenwriters.
You are
Really?
correct. You're correct.
Uh-huh.
It was written by Jim Thomas and John Thomas.
That's right.
Having said that,
Mm-hmm.
Shane Black jumped in for some of the jokes and written some of that to make it,
Yeah, the dialogue pop, which
Yes.
it did. You know what I mean? Like, this movie is one of the most quotable movies of all times. Not just Arnold's line, "Get to the chopper," and "You son of a bitch," and "Kill me, what are you waiting for?" Like, it's more than that. You got Carl Weathers, "Some son of a bitch thought you guys were the best," and Jesse Ventura, "I ain't got time to bleed," and strap this year's sour ass. You know what I mean? Like, and Pancho, by the way, reminds me of Santana.
Oh,
he reminds me,
yes.
of Santana.
Shout out Pancho, Richard Chavez.
"Geez, you got a big pussy. Geez, you got a big pussy." Like, just so many quotables. The thing that blew my mind and watching it now, it's the ultimate remote dropper. You know what I mean? And the thing is, when you watch it, it feels like a canon movie. The first part is like just an Arnold Schwarzenegger canon movie.
Oh, the Chuck Norris ones where it's like all action.
Yes, all action.
Yes.
Balls out. The first part of the movie. And then, like, all of a sudden it gets interrupted with this alien.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just goes off the rails from there. And Arnold looks vulnerable. Carl Weathers looks vulnerable. Bill Duke, Mac looks vulnerable. And, like, these guys that are just hardcore killers are fucking shaking in their fucking boots when the biggest guy of their crew, Blain, gets blown to smithereens.
Yep.
The funny guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head right now. It's just an all-time movie. This movie will last forever. When we're dead and gone, Predator 187 will be the indelible foundation that this franchise is built on.
It might be the ultimate 80s
Oh, it is.
flick. Because you think about it,
Yep.
These dudes were like larger than life, like WWF wrestlers in the 80s.
Yes.
They were just, dude, they were fucking massive.
Right.
They were giants among men. Carl Weathers, fucking massive.
Yep.
Schwarzenegger, say no more.
Yep.
Jesse the Body Ventura, dude, that's Blain.
Yep. He
Hard
was
as
awesome.
dude.
Yep.
He had a fucking railgun.
And that's when, and no one was doing that.
Dude, that was
no
the
one had the
first.
minigun. No one had the minigun.
No.
He was the first one. Other people have done it since. He did it best with that minigun.
That minigun fucked everything up. And
I always wish that they had action figures of those.
Right?
Yeah.
That would have been fucking dope. And you know what? Bill Duke killed it as Mac.
Yep. I mean, it doesn't get more 80s like you said. Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's not. To me, it's Arnold's best movie. I know a lot of people say Terminator. I go Arnold. I go Predator, Conan the Barbarian, then maybe Terminator 2. But as of the 80s, I go The Predator. I'm sorry, Predator, Conan the Barbarian, and then Terminator. And as my top 3 of Arnold movies in the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do Terminator and Predator, and a close second, Conan.
Yeah, Conan's my number 2.
I love Conan. Yeah. You know, we're gonna put an asterisk next to Conan because it could be top 3 for me as well too. Because you can't go wrong with either of those 3 fucking movies.
Yeah. So Predator, they're like, I could watch that any time of the day. And I've done it a million times on, HBO, Showtime, back, 80s, 90s.
Whenever
that's
it's on,
I'm dropping the remote. I'm watching wherever it is in the movie. I'm watching this. My wife's favorite franchise is Predator and Aliens. Both of them. She likes both of those. But I mean, Predator doesn't get better.
As soon as you hear the song too, the motif is like hypnotizing. It's like I'm just gonna sit down and I'm just gonna fucking watch.
Yeah.
One of the very first digital effects was Arnold lighting that cigar. They could not.
Really?
They could not light it. There's an incredible documentary on one of the Predator DVDs that I have, and McTiernan, and they got footage from the shoots.
Yeah.
They show the original suit now.
Oh yeah, the Jean-Claude Van Damme
was in it.
Correct.
grasshopper suit.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah,
And,
I think it's awful.
And McTiernan says he calls the studio. He's telling the story. He calls the studio and says, "You really don't want to go with this, do you?" And then that's when they got the call out to Stan Winston, correct? And they did their thing. But continue, man.
Yeah, no, Jean-Claude, it would have not have worked. They needed something. They needed something to make Arnold vulnerable, which is an impossibility in the 1980s. Raw Deal, Commando.
Running Man.
Well, not Running Man yet because that came out after. But he was just so huge. So in order to make him the underdog, you had to go big.
Do you guys think that if they would have went with that suit and everything else the same,
it would have
been a flop.
It would have sucked.
It would have been one of those ones like, oh yeah.
Dude, look at the design. Okay, so I was watching the other night, and fucking even the armor had an H.R. Geiger-esque appeal to it. The original suit. I'm not talking about anything else afterwards.
No, 100%.
But something about like the cannon, the way it went, it looked like H.R. Geiger. It looked. Even as a kid, I thought, I wonder if that was in the same universe as Alien because it's just
Predator 2.
Pre-Predator 2, just because again, just the armor reminded me of Aliens and Alien, just the aesthetic of it. And then when you saw the Predator itself too, his mouth, even though it has tusk, as a kid I was reminded of a face hugger because the way it opens up and closes,
Yeah.
And
go ahead. Sorry.
I was say it's just even the body horror in there, like when Carl Weathers lost his arm.
Yes.
Oh my god, that freaked me out as a kid. That freaked me out as much as a chest burster.
I saw it in the theater. Did you see it in the theater?
No, I saw it at my aunt's house on VHS. But and just when you see the arm still with the death nerves as it falls, letting off the shots, and you hear him screaming like in pain, like, dude, Apollo got fucked up.
Yeah.
But you know what was dope though? Because men in the 80s were fucking hardcore. After he built himself up, pulled out the other fucking
M16. He had it still in the hand. So
no,
he had both joints in the hand.
That's right. And he fucking still went for it, like, fuck it.
Yeah, because I love that scene with Bill Duke and Carl Weathers. He's like,
oh, that was dope.
By those trees, I see you.
Yeah.
And just like you, the part where he's just like, we had some fun today.
Yeah.
We gonna have some fun today.
There was a bond there between Mac and
Jesse Ventura,
Blain.
Yeah.
That is reminiscent of Vasquez and Drake had that same bond in Aliens. I felt
that friendship.
Yes, the friendship that you just felt. They didn't need to tell you much. You
Nowadays they would have a flashback and you see Blain and them young and blah blah blah.
Their camaraderie on screen. Yeah. Nothing more needed to be said. Just a few short scenes.
It gives me goosebumps. Predators. You guys met my dad today. And it's whether Predator was crap or not. Mm-hmm. The nostalgia for watching that with my dad when I was a kid.
Me and my stepdad.
I'm biased on that.
Yeah, me too.
Great point on the vulnerability. Now you got all these badass dudes, and yet this thing that you can't see makes you kind of worry about them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Every one of them, he's picking them off one by one. Billy was just dope with the, he's like, that's bullshit, Billy. You don't feel no man.
Yeah.
This ain't no man.
This ain't no man. You know what I mean?
But here's what's dope too about that, dude. These guys fought through it. Fuck it. They're like, you know what? I'm scared, but I'm fucking hold my fucking ground.
Yeah, but so you see what they can do. You saw how against humans and other armies, it was just like they just obliterated the Colombian drug lords or whatever. And and then one by one, this thing is just taking it apart one after another after another. And when Blain got it, I was surprised because Jesse was real hot. I don't know, you guys aren't wrestling fans, but Jesse was on every show in the WWF. Every Saturday he's on there. Every pay-per-view, he was the lead heel commentator, and he was on every Saturday night's main event. So Jesse was there every time. So he had the bigger name. It was like Schwarzenegger, Carl Weather, and then Ventura.
Yeah.
Ventura was bigger than Bill Duke. Bill Duke was in a lot of movies. He was in Commando. But Ventura was on TV. Every week. So when he got it, I knew no one was safe. Even Arnold, I didn't know what to expect. And even a part of me at 11 years old thought
he could lose.
Get it. Yeah.
Stan Winston told this story. You guys probably have heard it, but I saw him in an interview. He said he was riding on a plane next to James Cameron. Mm-hmm. And James Cameron said, I always wanted to see a creature with, what would you call those things that the Predator had?
I call them the tusks. They're basically kind of like, what you see in a rhinoceros or those beetles where it just, they're not teeth, but they're basically used for defense, like a weapon of defense, as they can defend themselves. Right.
Stan Winston goes, okay. And he just jots it down. And, see, this stuff is nostalgia. I get goosebumps for all this shit, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Predator, to me, is, to take your words, a perfect movie.
No, 100%.
It is. It's flawless.
You know what I mean?
I can't even think of one thing that I would do differently. Everything is just serendipitous, and it just flows together so perfect. It's not too long. It doesn't overstay its welcome. The girl's not annoying. There's no characters I don't like. Every character I did not want to see go.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? I didn't want no one to go. Pancho was cool. You know what I'm saying? The guy with the jokes reading the Sergeant Rock comic. You know what I mean? Like everybody.
That was Shane Black.
Yep.
Shane
Black. Yeah.
So Elpidia Carrillo played Anna, and she makes her rounds at some of the conventions.
She was the mom in Blue Beetle.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's
her.
her.
I did not catch that.
From what I read.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, she not the grandma, but the mother.
I did not catch that.
On my senior trip 100 years ago, we went to Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, nice.
And that was, when we got there, one of the tour guides says, this is where they filmed a lot of Predator.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Incredible, dude.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing a guy's trip out there soon, Mike?
Yes, indeed.
You know, it's funny because this would probably be the only franchise that me and Vito might argue and disagree on like one or two things of it. But for the most part, this whole franchise, the thing that I love about the Predator franchise is that the Predator 1987 is that solid foundation, and they've built upon that. They built upon it, and everything is different. Every one of them's different, and they'll do it like a callback here and there, but everything is different. They don't go right back to the jungle.
No,
if it is a jungle, which we'll touch on later, everything is different. And that's what I love about this franchise.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say they were smart about it. How every sequel adds a little bit more to the mythology of the creature without contradicting anything that came before. Either is expanding or reinforcing.
We'll talk about that.
Here we go. Here we go, folks.
Shout out Kevin Peter Hall, who of course played the Predator.
Yes, and he was amazing.
And he played Harry and the Hendersons. And
love Harry and the Hendersons.
Was he the first Xenomorph? No.
That was
a different guy. But I always thought I used to think they were the same guy too.
Okay.
No, that was, I believe. Not to get off track here.
No, go ahead.
That was an actor they got from Africa. He had very tall, slim built. Because again, not too many people can fit in the suit.
Yeah, he's like Nigerian or something like that. Right?
Yeah, okay. But that's for another topic for another time, folks.
So
be on the look for it.
Moving on here, if you guys are done,
no, I actually wanted to touch on a few other things real quick. So it is a perfect movie. Look at the way it's edited. Look at every shot. It felt like to me, McTiernan made sure every shot counted. Yes.
Absolutely meticulous.
There's no fat on this. And I've seen some of the deleted scenes. They're like pacing gone. Yeah. Like anything that slowed the movie up, fucking gone.
Yeah.
The right angles, right shots.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I think Bill Duke is low key
MVP of that movie to me.
He might be because of his acting. Because he brought. So everybody else is on the macho stuff, right?
Yeah.
Bill Duke had heart. Yep. He was sad.
Yes.
He was serious. He was
intent.
Yep. He wore his heart.
Yes.
On his shoulders, and he was like, he showed the remorse.
He showed the sadness. He was a great soldier.
He was my friend.
He was.
And you know what? You feel that.
He pauses. He was my friend. You know what I mean? I got chills right now.
Yeah. He says he was my friend, and he's drinking that flask at night.
And then he's telling the story of me and you, two badass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and to me, I always thought they spent time in Vietnam together. That's where the brotherhood came from, because that's what they were. From the weapons to the fatigue, they were a search and rescue team for POWs, and they never escaped the war. Because even Dutch told Carl Weathers' character when he goes, I don't know how much I missed this. He goes, you never were that smart. Meaning that Dutch does what he does to save his own. But he can never escape the nightmare that he he's always been a part of since the late 60s.
I think Arnold had some vulnerability in that one too.
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I mean, like it's just
little small touches.
Yeah, like Arnold is not Robert De Niro or Pacino in terms of acting, but he does little, like you said, little small things, little tangible things that make him like just like the look in his eye. You know what I mean? Like the whole when he goes talk to Billy, and Billy's looking out there, and he's talking to him and everything, and that little. He takes them two, and it's just like
he takes his crew seriously. Like he knows
he loves his squad.
Yes, he does. Those are his boys, and he knows everyone there is the best at what they fucking do.
That's why he was so pissed at Carl Weathers, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, because he put his men in danger.
Yes.
What was that scene you mentioned right now where he says, "I'm trying to forget"? That's when he pats Poncho as he's walking by.
Yeah.
That to me, that small little scene there showed. A small sample of how he cared about his crew.
Yeah,
and that's all you need.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's still he's still down to earth with him talking to him, but he's still watching everywhere. The camaraderie in that film.
Telling you got to do Pancho next. I got to be your next at your next. You remind me so much of Pancho every time I see him. Like,
he makes his rounds too. You guys good? Let's move on to
let's go Predator 2.